Welcome. I appreciate you all taking the time out of your busy schedules to join us, whether live in the Wimba session or viewing this as an archive. If you have any questions, please feel free to post them or email them to me at the conclusion of this presentation. A little bit about me. I've been working for the School of Business at Rasmussen College for just about 3 years now. I've been involved in the field of business and education for over 15 years. The two most important things I want to point out is down towards the bottom where it states that I'm a believer in lifelong learning and that I'm a member of numerous professional organizations in order to try and provide you with the most up-to-date and latest trends in your particular fields. We are going to be covering the topics today in order for you to be able to identify functions of management, as we are a strategic management course, as well as illustrate why SWOT analysis and using these functions of management can help to improve a company's weaknesses. We'll also briefly cover recognizing the traits of a good leader, which you probably have covered previously in an introduction to business course. What is a leader? A leader, in my definition, is an individual who has the willingness to be proactive in order to make a difference in an organization. This can either make or break the success of your strategic management plan, since the leader is ultimately the individual that will guide this process. A leader will possess hopefully all these qualities, if not the majority of them. And what I wanted to point out is that a leader does not have to be a person in an administrative role. That a leader can be anybody. It can be you. So even if you're not in a management role, you can make yourself a leader in order to help make a difference. Now, a SWOT analysis is typically used in a marketing plan. For the purpose of your assignment, it's going to be a strategic plan, but depending on what business you choose, there might be a marketing plan involved. A typical marketing plan or strategic plan will include the various areas you see here: return on investment, market strategies, budgeting. These are all typical of virtually any type of business plan you'll be involved with. The important topic of our week, though, is what is a SWOT. A SWOT, as defined by our text and many resources, is an analysis of an organization or a person's strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats in relationship to both internal and external factors. And as you can see below, external can be other companies if you're referring to an organization. However, if you're referring to a person, this can be other individuals at your place of work or peer students, etc. A SWOT analysis is necessary because you need to be able to have a visual representation of all of these relationships, whether it is for business or personal. The SWOT analysis, as we said, consists of 4 parts: the strengths, the weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Right now, you're looking at the general types of strengths and the general listing of what types of weaknesses you can look at. The strengths can include advantages. They can include things like experience and knowledge, whereas the weaknesses are your disadvantages or things that yourself or your organization is lacking. Now, in regards to your opportunities and threats, I personally look at your weaknesses as opportunities because these are areas where you can ultimately improve. These are just a few types of opportunities as well as a few types of threats to keep in mind. This is an example of a company that I had done a strategic marketing plan for. This just basically states their demographics, and it gives a little extra definition at the bottom as to what was going on, and we needed to look at these factors in order to complete the SWOT analysis for this company. You also needed to look at the competition, and as well as where the company fit in relationship to its competitors, which would be looking at the external factors. And again, the advantages are the strengths. Another thing that you need to keep in mind when analyzing your internal and external factors are who you're going to be looking at. Is your plan going to be catered towards the buyer, your customer? In this case, you need to look at their particular demographics and what they are looking for. And in reference to those previous slides and that particular company, these were the strengths of that organization as well as the weaknesses of the organization. And you need to look at your strengths in order to help turn your weaknesses into strengths. And as we stated previously, your weaknesses again are your opportunities. As I stated before, we can use a SWOT to look at ourselves as well. In order to think about how to look at this as yourself, these are some examples that I thought of in regards to strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats for a person. You can look at this as whether your external factor is yourself if you're a student and how you want to move further in your program and succeed. Or you can look at this as yourself in compared to your peers at your place of work. Maybe what type of degree you have compared to what someone in management might have and what you need to pursue in order to move up the ranks in your particular industry. In summary, in regards to the SWOT analysis, you're not going to know all the factors involved. As we mentioned in some of the discussions, you need to be willing to continually look at what is going on in your organization, and even after you create your plan, you want to be able to accept the fact that you have to go back and look at it again and see where you need to improve and make changes. Now this is going to conclude the SWOT analysis part of the video, and I'm going to create a second recording in regards to the Module 3 assignments. Please make sure to post your 3 to 5 sentence responses by replying to the thread in the general questions section of our course. Thank you, and let me know if you have any questions.